Hello everybody and welcome, finally, to the start of our F1 2012 career. I say finally, 2011 only ended a couple of days ago. But I've had a lot of issues just getting this game to work properly with my steering wheel. But finally, it all works fine. And this career mode is going to start with the HRT team, because in the last 2 years we've done Lotus and we did Virgin in 2010 and 2011 respectively. So it's only fair we go with Hispania Racing Team. Unfortunately, it means we'll be replacing the Cucumber, Narain Carthacayan, and we'll be teammates with Pedro de la Rosa. So it'll be Spanish and... for some reason I was going to say I'm Spanish. I'm not Spanish at all. I'm British. There's going to be British and Spanish at HRT, and we'll just see how this goes. If you're looking forward to this, make sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Thank you, everybody, for 8,000 subscribers. It means quite a lot to me. Let's jump into the career mode. And here we go. We get to see the logo in 3D, which is incredible. I'm so excited. HRT Formula 1 team. So unfortunately, we do go with a downgrade on the career mode menus. 2010 and 11, you're in the motorhome and you're in the paddock. This is just menus. And you can see we are teammates with Pedro de la Rosa. We have emails, Luis Perez Sala, which I find very funny. If you've seen my other career modes on the channel, you'll know that Luis Perez Sala is often a driver rather than a team boss. So it's just strange to see his name not associated with, for example, my 1988 season. But he's welcoming us to the team. Some guy called Robert Thompson, whoever that is. Sabine Walker, I think she's been in the past couple of games as well. And Andy Knight, unfortunately, is our race engineer. And it starts with the Australian Grand Prix. We'll do 50% races, legendary difficulty, of course. I've got one mod installed, which is realistic damage. It just means that at least some drivers will retire in the races, makes it a bit more realistic. This first weekend, we have no rain, and we need to qualify 20th and finish 17th. That is the objective. We've got news clippings as well. HRT signed James Early. That is not a picture of me right there. That's not me. I assume that's Luis Perez Sala. Because when I first saw this, I thought, what the hell? That's not me. Why is the game trying to make me look really old? But it's not me, so that's fine. Standings. There are a few other rookie drivers. Charles Pic is a rookie. Jean-Eric Verne, Daniel Ricciardo. And Grosjean, first full season. He had a few races in 2009 for Renault, but this is his first full season. And we have the usual gang of drivers. Vettel, Webber, Button, Hamilton, Alonso, Massa. All those top guys. I'm technically a rookie again. I'm not really, but I am. Constructors Championship is... how do we even look at the Constructors? Ah, that's how you do it. The teams are exactly the same as last year, apart from a few name changes. Virgin has been dropped. Virgin is no longer a sponsor, so it's just Marussia F1 team. Lotus had to change their name to Caterham. And apart from that, everybody else is pretty much the same. So here we are in practice. And the first thing I want to bring your attention to is the menu. I feel is a downgrade. This looks like graphics I'd make for some of my old F1 Challenge career modes. I feel like my graphic design is above the capabilities of what we're seeing right now. But there is one very cool feature. This. A 3D car model in the car setup screen. It stands out. It's very prominent and it looks very cool. It's really nice. It's really nicely modelled as well. And that's the car we'll be racing this season. And it's time for the first qualifying session of the 2012 career mode here in sunny Australia. The objective is 20th or above. I doubt we're going to get through to Q2. I very much doubt we're going to get through to Q2. But 20th or above would be good. I'd rather get best of the back markers. So I think that's 19th or above. But we'll just see how this session plays out. About to start my first lap. Fuel enriched mix, DRS open. We have no KERS. I think we're the only team without KERS. I really did not have a clean first lap at all. So we'll go again. But the first lap time on the board is going to be a 1:31. What I've noticed so far is braking is much more difficult. Getting the car slowed down. It's easier to lock up in this game. Also, getting like grass or dirt on the tyres lowers your grip, like with what we've just done with the front left, will make this next corner very difficult. I'm down towards the line. Hopefully it's an improvement. It felt a much better lap, and it's slower. Okay, I think I lost a load of time to turn 14. The car just understeered wide, just did not bite. all the first runs have done, and we're in 21st place. I need to find more time, but we're not going to get through to the next session. Obviously not. Senna and Massa, the two Brazilians, sort of battling for that final place in Q2, which is strange. Why is Massa so far down? Raikkonen really far down as well, and has returned to Formula 1. But our objective should be 19th place, really, so we need another half second. Okay, that is a huge improvement on my previous best. Didn't make any obvious mistakes, didn't run wide, and it's 30.2. I think that'll be enough to stay in 19th place. And 19th place is what we get, so we met the objective of 20th or above. But we're much closer to where we're actually supposed to be compared to on F1 2011. You'll remember we were multiple seconds ahead of the other backmarkers in Season 1. Here, I am essentially matching the pace of the Caterhams. My teammate De La Rosa is a couple seconds behind me, and we were not troubling the top 17. Massa only just scraping through. Nobody really improving on their second run. And we're celebrating 19th place like it's a race victory, which is a bit strange. There we go then. It is a race day here at Alberts Park Street Circuit in Melbourne, Australia. So I've been told there is no tyre wear scaling, depending on how long the race is. So 100% race will still have the same tyre wear as a 50% race. So it means we're going to see a lot of one-stop strategies, unfortunately. There are still safety cars in this game, and I'm pretty sure they've still got the red flag feature. Who knows what's going to happen. You can choose the race fuel strategy, cautious, normal, or aggressive. We'll go cautious for the first race. We're starting on the option tyres, going to lap 12 for the primes. 29 lap race. Let's go for it. We've got Hamilton and Button, the two McLarens, locking out the front row. And if you've seen the 2012 season, you'll know that McLaren were far and away the best team at the start of the season, at least. Michael Schumacher in third ahead of Alonso. Then we have Perez up in fifth. Then it's the two Red Bulls, Vettel and Webber. Raikkonen 8th and Maldonado and Kobayashi rounding out the top 10. That's really strange. Then we have Massa only 11th. De Resta, Hulkenberg, Rosberg in 14th. Ricciardo at his first home Grand Prix in 15th place ahead of his teammate Verne. Grosjean 17th. Then Senna. And we know the rest of the grid already. I'm starting 19th. Teammate in 23rd. Let's go racing. Well, there's only one more thing to do. And that's go racing. The 2012 Australian Grand Prix is next. And those are the lights. 3, 4 and 5. The Australian Grand Prix is underway. Not too bad of a start at all. I was trying to use Kers, realising that I actually don't have Kers. And unfortunately, Kovalainen, I think, does have Kers. And his teammate to the outside as well. So I'm going to lose positions here to Kovalainen and Petrov. Well, Petrov on my left. Kovalainen's a bit further behind now. I already saw debris flying up on turn 1 there, so at least we know the realistic damage mod is working. And more debris, carbon fibre flying off somebody's car up ahead, and we're really being backed up through turn 4 here. I'm on the outside of Bruno Senna. That's Jean-Eric Verne off the track, potentially retiring, and Daniel Ricciardo deciding to apply the brakes mid straightaway, which is not great, but luckily I was up to the danger, up to the task of avoiding the danger, should I say, and we've gained a place on, I was going to say Ayrton Senna. It's not Ayrton Senna, it's Bruno Senna. So 17th place right now. I've just hit Daniel Ricciardo and it's made a very strange noise. But I think he's one of the drivers with a bit of damage. I can hear a really strange noise. It's like it's wind, or there's like debris caught in my car. I don't know what's going on. Who's that? Verne to my outside. Didn't even see him there. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on, but it's harming my straight line speed. It's like something's caught on my car. Actually really annoying. I don't know if you guys can hear it watching the video. If you listen now. Kind of sounds like wind. It was caused by me touching some grass. I know that's kind of funny, but I touched some grass on lap 1 and then suddenly that noise started. So I thought it was like the grass on the tyres and it would disappear after a few seconds, but it's just stayed there. And there must have been some drivers in the pits on lap 1, because there's drivers still in the final sector right now, but miles behind the pack. It's only lap 3 and we're in 17th place, so we gained some positions somehow. I think it's effect. I can't turn it down below 50%, so I can't actually do anything about it. I'm not going to stop Verne if he goes for a move, but I think he's half sent it into turn 1. For some reason there's no proximity arrow, so I don't actually know if he's there or not. Oh, Grosjean going slowly. He retired early on in the real life 2012 race. And I think he's missing a front wing, so we'll navigate round the Frenchman. And I suppose Verne will do the same. And finally, Jean-Eric Verne has enough down the straight to get past me. And we're back down to 17th. There's more carbon fibre at turn 1. Almost every lap somebody's getting rear-ended. Oh, the noise has stopped. Finally. Oh, it's back. Never mind. I have no idea if the noise I'm talking about is even audible on the video. You guys might just have no idea what I'm talking about. But there's a noise and it's not stopping. I see a very slow-moving car. Is that a Williams? Looks to... Oh, no. It's the Sauber... Oh, God. It's Perez. The Sauber of Perez. Not the Sauber of Old God. Sergio Perez started up in 5th place. And now he's going to be fighting at the back of the grid. There's another wing at turn 1. Lap after lap, people are just hitting each other. So 1 per lap, I actually might win this race. And there's another wing. Okay. Nice. Am I going to regret installing a realistic damage mod? It's a McLaren and it's a Force India. It's the Resta and it's Jenson Button. Can you believe that? I'll just send it on both of them. So both of those drivers missing a front wing. And didn't Button win this race in real life? The Australian Grand Prix of 2012? I don't think he's going to do it in our universe. Waved yellows in Sector 2, so something's happened. I wonder if everybody's actually still in the race. I'll have to check the race director. Everybody's still in the race, but 18th downwards have all had a pit stop already. And I really do like the use of the screen with this new race director and new results screen as well. You get a lot more information on the screen and it uses more of the available space. And for some reason, Michael Schumacher's in the lead. What? Schumacher, Alonso, Hamilton, the top 3. Yet another wing on the floor. I know it that looks like a Red Bull wing as well. And I know it happens in advance because I can hear the crowd go, "Ah," which just indicates to me something's happened on track. Oh, that was almost a spin. That could have been a race-ending moment there. Oh, and it really was a real gasp from the Australian fans as it was the Aussie himself, Daniel Ricciardo, who must have had an incident. So we're now to 13th place. And we're lapping Charles Pic, who's trying to get past Felipe Massa, who's going very slowly. And now Massa missing his front wing. And suddenly we are very close to points. If we could somehow score points on debut for HRT, that would be incredible. We did it for Virgin back in 2010. 2011, we were nowhere near points, I don't think. At the start of the season, we did score some points for Virgin in 2011. Sorry, I got mixed up. It was Lotus in 2010, wasn't it? Oh, that's a mistake there. And why'd we go? That kind of reminds me of, I think it was 2015 or 2016, Sebastian Vettel. He was chasing down the Mercedes. Made a mistake very similar to that one. And we're going to bring the car in for our first stop and only stop in this race, or at least scheduled, from 12th place on lap 12. Ooh, that's an interesting camera. Dynamic. I wasn't expecting that. I actually really like that as well. And we'll rejoin here. Down in... Oh, this might be close between me and Grosjean here. Down towards turn 1 we go. I don't even have control of the car. Now I have control of the car and De La Rosa's gone through. So we've rejoined his 16th. Got Massa right behind me as well. And the Ferrari driver is very fast in a straight line with DRS. Oh, I forgot to brake. I forgot to brake. And I've gone wide at turn 3. And through goes Massa. I'm down to 17th. And there's no grip in the tyres whatsoever. So make that 18th place as Glock squeezes through. De La Rosa's been passed around the outside by Massa. And it's checked up Timo Glock, who wasn't expecting it. And now we've got a run on the Marussia of Timo Glock, who's still in Formula 1 somehow at this point. Maybe to the outside we go. Into the left-right chicane. And there's not much grip on the outside, but we made it stick. De La Rosa goes into the pits, so I'll move up ahead of my teammate. As Button sets the fastest lap. We're going to be in 16th place now. And Glock has a run here. And he thought about going to the outside for turn 3. Up to 15th now. I think there's been a retirement during this lap. Just ticking past half race distance. We've got Daniel Ricciardo, the home hero, closing me down. The Toro Rosso, of course, much quicker than the HRT. And new for this game, you now get race engineer messages telling you about other cars saving fuel or pushing. So you get information about the AI and what fuel mix they're actually running. Not much I'm going to be able to do to stop Ricciardo here, who apparently was saving fuel. It doesn't look like he's saving much fuel there. I smashed into that bollard. Luckily, no damage done to my car. So at least the damage for my car, as far as I can tell, is more forgiving than it was in 2011. Bruno Senna's just rejoined in front of me. So he's the next driver up the road. I assume he's going to just pull away from me. Oh, and it tells me in the top left how many drivers are actually in the race. 21 are in the race, so 3 retirements so far. And we're 16th. I'd be very happy with finishing in this position. Early impressions of this game. We're not going to be winning the championship in Season 2. It's going to be a 3-season game. There is absolutely no way I'll be winning anything in a midfield car. I think we have to be in a top car to win the championship. As we reach lap 20, Michael Schumacher still leads. If Schumacher somehow wins this race, I think that might be his first victory in my Codemasters series. I can't think of any other race he might have won on 2010 or 2011. So Kobayashi puts in the fastest lap to shock every single person. Sauber, though, had a great car in 2012, especially in certain races. Early season, they're qualifying in the top 5, they were getting podiums, they had chances of victories as well, if you remember Perez at Malaysia. I lost 4 seconds on that lap to Grosjean, and my race engineer just said, excellent pace, we're much faster than Grosjean, keep pushing. If you've played F1 2012 before, could you let me know in the comments down below what circuits I'll be looking out for where we could potentially score some points? 2011 was Monaco, Singapore and India. They seem to be the ones where the AI were quite slow. What about 2012? I think Alonso, is he out the race? I'm not sure. He's in 15th place though, which is surprising. Now only 20 drivers left in the race, and I think it must have been somebody behind me who retired because I'm still in 16th place. Lap 24 out of 29. Schumacher leads. Alonso is somewhere in front of me. Kovalainen's somewhere behind me. And I'm feeling quite lonely. Oh, there's a wing on the floor. That looked like a Ferrari wing. Maybe Alonso's lost his front wing? Hulkenberg out. It's Hulkenberg. So I'm up to 15th now. And Alonso, to be fair, Alonso's dropped loads of time as well. So I assume Alonso must have damage as well. And there's Alonso. And yep, he's got no front wing, so he'll be boxing. And we're going to overtake a Ferrari in a HRT. So we're up to 14th place. I'm about to get lapped by Michael Schumacher, race leader. I'm so happy to see Schumacher in the lead. If he wins this, he leads the World Championship. Go. Thank you. Oh, I'm just blocking everybody. Go, go, go. Thank you. Raikkonen's gone through as well. Oh, bloody hell, Maldonado's in 4th place. That was a jump scare. Let him through as well. We've started the final lap. Schumacher about to claim victory here. Alonso just got the fastest lap of the race as well, and I've done my personal best, a 32.5. Put the engine up in rich mix. Because we were conservative with the fuel, I could run in rich for quite a while without it being a worry on the fuel load. And Michael Schumacher is the winner of the Australian Grand Prix in 2012. He takes the championship lead, and we're going to round the final corner to claim 14th place on debut for HRT, ahead of Fernando Alonso, who's still in the race. That is a huge success for me and the team. Schumacher winning from 3rd on the grid. What a fantastic start to the season for the German, who is now, I think, 43 years old. Webber and Raikkonen complete the podium places. That's a very old podium. Very old. Maldonado in 4th ahead of Kobayashi. Vettel only 6th place. He started there as well. Rosberg, good recovery through the field, starting in 14th, finishes in 7th. Similarly, Jean-Eric Vergne started 16th, finishes in 8th. Massa and Grosjean scoring points as well. Bruno Senna, Jensen Button missing out. Then we have Daniel Ricciardo, of course, at his home Grand Prix. I'm the first driver to be lapped. There was 20 drivers who actually finished the race. My teammate Pedro de la Rosa had a lap time 1.2 seconds slower than mine. Fernando Alonso got the fastest lap at 28 flat. And we had 4 retirements, including Lewis Hamilton, which was the biggest name out of the race. It means Michael Schumacher leads the World Championship at this early stage. Of course, that's all going to change. But what a great start for him and Mercedes, who take the lead in the Constructors. Red Bull in 2nd ahead of Lotus, Williams, Sauber and Toro Rosso. with Ferrari the final team scoring points. 7 teams scored points in this first race, which is quite a lot. And HRT currently sit in 9th place. Great bit of celebrating going on. Absolutely fantastic. I think that helmet that I'm using really suits the car livery as well. Thank you very much for watching episode 1 of this career mode on 2012. I'm very much looking forward to what it has in store, the ups, the downs, and everything in between. If you enjoyed that one and you want to see more, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And I'll see you tomorrow for the next episode of whatever it is I'm going to upload. Goodbye.